Guys, it's Emily, and today I'm here to bring you the Epic Reads tag. I first saw this tag on Joe's channel, the Retired Book Nerd, back in April, and I've had this in my saved tags since then, and I finally get into it. So I'll link her down below. And then this tag was created by Margot from Epic Reads, so I'll link her video down below as well. So let's just get right into the tag because I think these are some pretty interesting questions. The first question is, if you could invite one author and one of their fictional characters to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve them? And for this tag, or this question, I'm going to say Louisa May Alcott and her character Beth from Little Women. I adore Little Women, and I'm actually planning to read it pretty soon. I chose Beth just because I feel like everybody says Joe is their favorite character, and yeah, I love Joe, but Beth and I just seem like we have very similar personalities. We're both very quiet, and we're both stay-at-home, homebody people, and we're just very, quiet people. So I think I would enjoy getting to know Beth and getting to know Louisa May Alcott, learning about her life as in the Concord and being neighbors with the Emerson family and the Thoreau family, and just learning a little bit more about transcendentalism, which is one of my favorite historical times. And yeah, I just think it would be really awesome to have Louisa May and Beth at my house for tea. And, I would serve them some English breakfast tea, which is my favorite kind of tea, and maybe some scones and some very cute little tea items. So yeah, I would really love to meet them and have tea with them. Question 2 is, what book would you like a prequel for? And for this, I'm choosing Persuasion by Jane Austen. I just read this book recently, and Anne and Captain Wentworth were engaged before this book started, and then they broke off the engagement. And I would really love to see a book that talked about that first engagement and showed exactly what went wrong and how it happened. I'm sure there's been fan fiction written about this, and if I wanted to, I could go find a book, but I would just really love to see a book that was actually written by Jane Austen that describes their first engagement, because how cool would that be to see the original story written by the original author? I would really love to see Anne and Wentworth when they were younger and when they were, not as secure in their affection for each other. But yeah, so this would be really cool. Question 3 is, which two characters, not from the same book, do you think would make a good couple? And this was actually a pretty hard question for me because I have trouble combining characters from different worlds. But I finally came up with Peter from The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe and Hermione from Harry Potter. I just think they're both sort of strong leader types, and they both have experience with magical worlds and fighting evil wizards. So I think they would get along really well. And, I thought I was being really creative with this pairing, but if you look on YouTube, there's fan videos with this pairing. So apparently a lot of other people have come up with this. But I just think it would be so fun to see both of these people in a relationship and see what they do together. But of course, I can't really ship them because Ron and Hermione are my number one fictional couple that I would ship to the end of time. So I can't really ship them, but it is a really cute idea to see Hermione and Peter. And I'll link one of the fanvids below if you want to go see what it's like to ship Peter and Hermione. The next question is, if you ran into your favorite author on the train and could only say one sentence to them, who would it be and what would you say? And for this, I'm going to pick C.S. Lewis. I really love all of his works, the Screwtape Letters and the Mere Christianity and the Chronicles of Narnia, which I'm reading right now. I would just go up and be like, hey, Mr. Lewis, I just wanted to thank you for all of your great books, and I would and thank you for saying some hard things about Christianity and Christians in general, and thank you for bringing Christianity into more of a, like, what's the word, talkative, down-to-earth kind of way. And I know this is a lot more than a sentence, but I would just use a lot of ands to tell him thank you and to say that I appreciate everything he's done for apologetics. And yeah, it would be really cool to meet C.S. Lewis, and maybe one day I will in heaven. We'll see. But yeah, that is what I would say if I met C.S. Lewis on a train. Question 5 is, what book made you a reader and why? And for this, I picked The Little House on the Prairie series, which is by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And I didn't have the first one, but I found The Long Winter, which is, one of many of the books. And I read this series before I even read Harry Potter. This is probably like the first book series that I read that I really adored and that I really loved. And this series affected my childhood a lot. I went to visit several of Laura's houses, and it inspired my love of history, which is still something that I really love today, and it inspired my love of strong female characters, which is still something that I love today. And yeah, The Little House on the Prairie series is something that I would encourage every little girl to read. I just think it's such a great way to get in touch with your history and, how the country was founded. And it's just a really great, read for young girls. And yeah, it really touched my life. I really love this series, and I can't say enough great things about it. I would highly encourage you to pick it up if you haven't, or if you have kids that you want to have pick it up. I definitely recommend it. Number 6 is, your bookshelf just caught on fire. What book would you save and why? And this one, I'm going to be boring and say that I probably wouldn't save any of my books except library books that I would need to take back because, I'm not the kind of person that I don't attach a great deal of sentiment to the books themselves. I love books because what they have inside of them. And yes, I would be devastated if my book collection got burnt up. But I can always go to the library and get all those books, or get them pretty cheap again at half-price books. I don't have any really important books that were gifts from people that I really wanted to keep. I was just I have other things that I would want to save, my laptop, and make sure my kitty got out, and I would just go to the library if I wanted to get any of those books again. So yeah, I would not really make it a priority to save any of my books, except, like I said, library books that were overdue. Then number 7 is, what dystopian world would you want to live in if you had to choose one, and why? And I would pick Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I really enjoyed that book, and that was like the only dystopian book that I've ever really enjoyed. And it would be really sad to have to live in that world because there's no, internet and no electricity and no modern conveniences. But they did have an emphasis on literary. They were performing Shakespeare plays, and they still appreciated the written word, even though they were having all these difficulties in their life without conveniences. So yeah, I would really love to live in the dystopian world of that nature if I had to pick one. But y'all know I would not want to do that. I would just want to die, let the sickness come. I'm down. I'm ready to go to heaven. So why not just have the sickness come and get me? That's what I would really want. I would not want to live in a dystopian world at all. And I always say if I was in the Hunger Games, I'd be the first one dead, and I would not care, because that dystopian world just sounds crazy. And that's all I gotta say about that. The last book is, of course, what is your most epic read of all time? And for this, I picked the one, the only, the Lord of the Rings series. Tolkien is the greatest, epic reads master along with J.K. Rowling. But yeah, look at this, 3 books, and I love all of these books, and they are so epic. You go on the journey to find the ring, and crazy things happen, and you got this breaking news about a words, but it's so much fun, and I love every minute of this book when I read it. And of course, I also got to include The Hobbit in this book because that's an epic adventure as well. But it's not technically part of this chunking of a book. So yeah, I love this book, and I love epic reads. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, just all the books. So yeah, thanks for watching my tag, and I'll be back soon with another video. I'm not sure what, but I'm sure I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Have a great day. Bye.